We will now look at some of the exercises that we can do with our students in order to make them participate in the speaking activity with a lot of interest. The first thing that can be done in a speaking session is that the teacher asks the students to introduce themselves. In order to give an example, the teacher gives an example of introducing herself. For example, she can say, I am Ajabin Zahir, I was born in Lahore, I am a teacher and I love to play hockey. Similarly, the students can follow the same pattern of introducing themselves. It can be anything the teacher can start with, introducing herself, and then tell the students to follow the same format and introduce themselves. This is a very good activity to create a friendly environment in the class and also for the students to know each other. So this should be maybe done regularly in the classroom in the beginning of the term. And then probably again this can be repeated after a 6 months period, and the teacher can then see whether some improvement has been made in the introduction format of the students or not. Have they learned to introduce themselves independently without the teacher giving them an example? Have they added any information to their introduction? Because introductions, they make a lot of difference in our lives. When we meet somebody, we go somewhere, we visit places, and people like to know us. And it is a very good activity for us to introduce ourselves in a proper manner so that people know about us. We as Pakistanis need to be proud to introduce ourselves to people. So if we are at an international level, it would be very important to have the introduction included by your nationality, to say, I am a Pakistani if I am abroad introducing myself. So that would be an added thing if we are introducing ourselves at an international level. But when you are introducing yourselves in a classroom, since you all are Pakistanis, so you don't really need to say that, but the teacher can always make a situation. She can always tell the students, okay, let's imagine that there is a committee of school heads coming to our school and you have to introduce yourselves. So how would you introduce yourselves? Would you tell about your level? Would you tell about your school when you are introducing yourselves? Would you like to talk about your parents? All these things should be actually in consultation with the students. In the speaking activities, it is very important to consult the students about what they would like to talk and what are the topics they would like to include in their speaking sessions. So in the introductions, while they are introducing themselves, they can use their names, they can use even their short names, and if they like, they can also tell if they have more than one name to make themselves comfortable in the group. And the group would also be happy to know each other, and it will become more friendly and comfortable platform to talk to one another. And then the teacher can further make scenarios for them and ask them to introduce themselves in those scenarios in order to enable the students to face all situations. Especially with the higher learning students, it is important for them when they are participating in competitions to have the social skills of introducing themselves. These social skills, they play a major role in the shaping of the future of a student. Those students who are not able to socialize amongst the rest of the group do lack some kind of information as the group is discussing something, and if they are not social, they would be left out and they would not really have the complete information. So introductions and being social in the group, it really helps the student to become more confident, to become known to people, and to be aware of what is going around.